what's going on, family? I'm Akiem Jones. I'm here with my man's Marseille Winder. He's going to be doing a session at the Black Business Festival on creative financing and scaling your portfolio. So first and foremost, I just want to say thank you, brother, for your time. So you want to give the folks a little background of yourself, introduce them, how you're related to real estate?
Absolutely, man. Well, first of all, man, thank you for having me. You know, it's just an honor. It's a blessing to be able to hang out today. Like you said, my name is Marseille Winder. I go by the tag of the property pastor. The reason I go by that is because I'm an actual pastor. I pastor a church here in the great city of Hampton, Virginia. Also, I'm an engineer by day, pastor by night, loving husband, father, you know, just proud of what God has done in my life. And honestly, man, I've been doing real estate investing now for about 5 years. Got into it, you know, I kind of have a construction background through my pops. He has a construction company here in Hampton. And through that, you know, we built a house where I live with my family, but I took that and leveraged it into a home equity line of credit and started my real estate portfolio. Right now, I've got 14 properties. This is number 14 right here. You can see we're in the midst of doing some work on it. But my history, you know, I've got buy and holds in my portfolio. I love BRRRR deals. That's what this is. This is actually a BRRRR project. I've done some creative stuff through seller financing, lease options, private money raising, you know, so all of those pieces have come together to allow me to scale my portfolio in these 5 years. And also just great mentors, networking with people like you has just been so big about finding those deals. So that's me in a quick nutshell.
Yeah, dope. Yeah, you've been doing a lot of work over the last 5 years. So what's one thing you feel has made you successful in real estate?
Man, I tell you, it's mindset. You know, at the end of the day, you know, we talk about, you know, the skills you need, you know, being able to run numbers. We talk about being able to find deals, being able to negotiate. But actually, at the end of the day, it's mindset. And I think having a growth mindset instead of a fixed mindset, just recognizing, hey, there's nothing that's not learnable. There's nothing that's not teachable. The beauty of living in this age is that this is the information age, man. You can jump on YouTube and learn anything. You know, so for me, it was just kind of learning new stuff, stepping out on faith, trusting God through the process, and not being afraid to fail, man, honestly. You know, just getting to that spot where, hey, set big goals, go for them. If you fail, you fail, you know. But when you start over, you don't start from the beginning, you start from experience.
Yeah, no doubt. So there's a lot of barriers to getting into real estate. What would you say was your biggest barrier, and how'd you overcome that barrier?
Aside from mindset, I would say just education, you know, honestly, just kind of not knowing necessarily what to do, you know, not knowing how to find a good deal, not knowing whether certain things were going to work in my market, you know, so just being in that spot and not always seeing people who look like me do it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, one of my mentors doesn't look anything like me. You know, he's got millions and millions of properties, but at the same time, he don't look like me. You know, he came from money, right? So just get to that spot of education, finding mentors, and then taking action, you know. So for me, those are some of those challenging points on the education side.
Yeah. All right, well, I think that's a great segue. Again, I appreciate you, brother. Now we're going to get out of here and check out the property real quick. Peace.
All right, so before we talk about the property, I do want to just shout out my man, Randall Crowder, who's actually my partner on this deal. Now, I talked about a lot of things that I've done in my past, but in this recent deal, me and Randall decided to partner together on a project. You know, one of the things I like to do is raise private money, and I tell my friends and family, whatever I know, you know. So me and Randall were talking, and he's like, hey, I want to be a part of it. You know, so for me, it was just an opportunity for us to do a project from the ground up, teaching what I know, get to see it hands-on, because you can read a book, you know, you can watch a video, but it's a whole other thing when you seeing the walls open up. There's a whole other thing, you know, when you're going through that whole process, the contractor calling you and saying, hey, we got a cost overrun. So we getting there hands-on, you know, so just shouting him out. And I want to tell everybody, honestly, man, that's the thing we need to start doing. You know, we need to start working together on projects. We like to pool our money together, go on trips to Cancun. We like to do all these kind of things, but let's pool our money together and buy an asset, you know. So I just want to shout him out for having faith in what I'm doing, having faith, you know, in just the whole process. And but yeah, that's what we've been doing. So let me tell you a little bit about the property. As you can see, we got walls open, right? So we have some foundation issues on this project. And I always like to say that a project typically costs you twice as much and take you twice as long. And that's typically what happens, but that's just the part of the process. But this property is actually a duplex, so we got an upstairs and a downstairs. Both of the units have 2 bedrooms, 1 bath in them. So our original plan was flooring, paint, some cabinets, basically put lipstick on it and get it ready to go. But as we got into it, we did some of our inspections, due diligence. We found a few areas that we needed to work on. But we had enough margin to do that, right? So this is going to be a BRRRR project. We got the walls open up. We got some wood replacement here. Like I mentioned, we had some dips in our flooring area. So our contractors are in here right now, going to be doing wood replacement. We'll replace all these cabinets here, get it looking real good, go through that process of once we rehab it, we're going to rent it out, and then we're going to refinance it, and then we're going to do it all over again. The beauty of that is when you refinance it, you basically flip the house right back to yourself. And when you do that, you can go and scale your portfolio a whole lot faster. So yeah, we got studs over here. Y'all want to learn a little bit about construction? We got stairs. The stairs were leaning down like this. The floor was leaning like this, so we had to jack all of it up, get it nice and level before we bring somebody in here. So here we got the back bedroom. You know, I brought my little boy here the other week. He opened the refrigerator. Number one mistake, never open the refrigerator on the flip. But he learned that lesson the hard way. We got a back bedroom back here. Paint, flooring, clean up, obviously. Kitchen, not the kitchen, the bathroom is not in terrible shape. So we're gonna do flooring here, probably replace the vanity, obviously paint, new fixtures, things like that, and get it